Okay, how do we analyze this circuit here? Let's first ask ourselves, how can the currents flow in this circuit? So there's the battery here. So one possible path that a current can take is to go this way. This voltmeter has got infinite resistance, so no current is going to run through the voltmeter. So one path is this way, and the other path is of course this way. So it's actually quite a simple circuit, although it looks very complicated. It's very simple actually. One current that goes this way and another current path is this way. So let's start by setting this variable resistor to be R. So let's talk about this path first. So I got 6 volts across these two resistors. That tells me that the potential difference across here has got to be 3 volts. Potential divider principle, huh? So 6 volts across two identical resistors. So this should have 3 volts of potential difference across it. So if I call this 0 volt, you can name 0 volt anywhere you want, but I'm going to choose these points to be 0 volt. And since there's a potential difference of 3 volts across this guy, the potential here should be 3 volts. I know what, I should use blue color to represent this thing. So this voltage here, the potential at this point is 3 volts. What about the potential at this point? Because this is R, this is R, so for this current path, again we're going to have 3 volts across this resistor. So the potential here is also 3 volts. What is the voltmeter going to measure? I got a potential of 3 volts across this terminal. I got potential of 3 volts across my other terminal. So the voltmeter is going to read a PD of 0 volt. Okay, now let's move on to the resistor being set to, what is it? 5R. Setting these resistors to be 5R doesn't affect anything here, right? Because it's still 6 volts across these two resistors. So the potential at this point remains at 3 volts. But for this branch, it's no longer half-half, because I now have 5R and R. So this is 1R out of a total of 6 Rs. So I'm going to get 1 volt across this resistor, which tells me that the potential here is 1 volt. So what is the voltmeter going to tell me? One end of my terminal is 3 volts, the other end is at 1 volt. So I'm going to measure 2 volts. So the voltmeter reading is going to change from 0 to 2 volts. That's the answer. Ta-ta!